You gonna get hit. I got hit. Before that, he wasn't just trash. So he always showed power and speed. Before that, PD's gonna enhance.
They are very great at spinning the narratives and putting a certain narrative out there that is not true. If he posted that little video, tell him to post the full sparring. If he posted full sparring, I bet you the entire world would say, I beat the shit.
Yeah. He just capping for like social media. Like he not gonna be like realistic about the situation. The thing, like the behind the scenes shit, like I talk to these people behind the scenes too. It ain't like he's the only person who's having conversations behind the scenes. I know the full numbers of everything.
Devin Haney released sparring clips showing Keyshawn Davis dominating Shakur Stevenson, ramping up their rivalry and adding fuel to the ongoing tension between them. Shakur Stevenson insists the leaked sparring video is fake, denying its authenticity and saying he actually dominated Keyshawn Davis during their training sessions.
Video of you two sparring, and you can hear you say, I guess after one round, like, yo, that's it, I'm tired, I'm done.
Did you watch the video though?
Yeah, I watched it, but I was like, yo.
Did you see the smile on my face?
Yes, I did.
Did you see the smile on my face?
But you know how the way they leaked it, they tried to give it as if you were like,
because once again, like I said, I'm not trying to spend 20 minutes talking about Devin or anything with him, but he has media and he has a lot of media people that he's really close to.
Talks between Shakur Stevenson and Devin Haney are ongoing for a possible fight. Stevenson has said he'd take the lowest payday of his career because he values the challenge and the importance of facing Haney.
Beat him, just fight him.
Yeah, but why would I fight this for the least money that I could get when it's like, okay, cool, let's go through the WBC, because that's what I did that they trying to ignore. Right. They gonna ignore that whole part. I said, WBC, y'all do y'all job, enforce the fight, and we gonna do it that way. They gave him the deadline to figure out was he gonna fight me or fight Regis. That man decided to move up. Yeah. But I really made the WBC do their job. That's what it really came down to. And whatever percentage that they was gonna offer, that's what it was gonna be at the end of the day.
So if they would have came back and said 75-25, would you
I would have had no choice. I just tried to go around the bullshit that was presented, because that's bullshit. Like, I'm a 2-division world champ. I unified at 130 in one of the biggest fights at 130.
As their rivalry for who's truly the best continues, old sparring footage between Devin Haney and Shakur Stevenson has surfaced, showing Stevenson facing tough moments and struggling in some exchanges.
Get him when you want him. If you want him off, you gotta jam the brakes. That's it, right there.
Bernie the boxer questioned Bill Haney's recent matchmaking decisions, saying Devin Haney should take clear, decisive fights against Keyshawn Davis or Shakur Stevenson to prove his true standing.
Keyshawn or Devin fighting Shakur or Devin, or Keyshawn, Devin fighting either one of those guys, that's a turned up fight. Him, Tank, that's all that turned up. Feel me? Them is the fights right there. Them is the crest of the crest. People want to see turned up fights.
Obviously, Bill Haney's get lots of praises for his matchmaking lately. Obviously with the Terrence Crawford and Canelo, and obviously Devin Haney's career, right? But
I think he didn't have no matchmaking with that. He did put that bug in Crawford's ear, but that's it. How far are we gonna go with that?
They asked him what made you feel like you could move up to fight, Canelo, and it's
I said he put the bug in his ear. That's it. He just put the bug in his ear.
Tensions in the boxing world grew after new sparring footage appeared online. The leaked clip quickly sparked debate among fans and insiders, adding more fuel to an already heated rivalry.
Insider posted on X, stating, "It has been revealed by a close personal source of mine who is close to Keyshawn Davis's team that Keyshawn Davis consistently outperforms Shakur Stevenson in sparring sessions. Due to the sparring film being leaked, Shakur Stevenson and Keyshawn Davis reportedly got into a heated argument earlier this morning for not posting the full sparring session. Rumor has it that if Keyshawn Davis defeats Devin Haney and Shakur Stevenson defeats Ryan Garcia, they might."
Bernie the Boxer discussed the dynamic between Keyshawn Davis and Devin Haney, noting that Keyshawn has been vocal about wanting a fight with Haney. While Haney hasn't requested a matchup, the rivalry has been growing over the past few years, with Keyshawn consistently calling for it. Bernie explained that Keyshawn's real breakout fight was meant to be against Tio, particularly through the Eduardo Santos bout, which would have boosted his career significantly. Meanwhile, Shakur Stevenson's target fight was with Haney. The negotiations fell apart over disagreements about the purse split. Bernie emphasized that Keyshawn thrives on challenges, describing him as brash and determined, always looking to prove himself. His approach is aggressive, seeking high-profile opponents to raise his status in the boxing world.
Keyshawn been talking shit about Devin. He wanted with Devin. Keyshawn asking for Devin. Devin ain't asking for Keyshawn. Keyshawn asking for Devin. They've been having a little rivalry for the last little couple of years now. And so, you know, he just, like he said, you know, he calling for him. Like I told him, I said, your fight really is with Tio. Your fight was really with Tio. That was the fight that was going to be propel you, had you, you know what I'm saying, went through with the De Los Santos fight. That was your fight, you know, and that's just what happened, you know. But now, like I say, and Shakur's fight was with Devin. You know, they didn't make the fight because they couldn't come up with the split. See them both fight. Keyshawn is a guy that like to take on challenges. You know, he's very brash.
Dawood Bey shared his thoughts on a possible fight between Keyshawn Davis and Devin Haney. He noted that Keyshawn has only had one fight at 140 pounds, but is interested in moving up to face Haney. Bey praised both fighters' performances at their current weights, calling them phenomenal, but he favors Haney because of his experience and strong defensive skills. Haney's history against veteran opponents gives him an advantage over Keyshawn, who, while talented, may face challenges adjusting to the higher weight class.
He had one fight at 140. Now he wants to go up and fight Devin Haney. It's a fight that Keyshawn always said that he wanted. Debo looked phenomenal. Keyshawn looked phenomenal, but at different weights. What's your thoughts on it if that would occur next?
I got Haney. Haney been in there with better people. I think Haney got a better defense. I think Keyshawn is a good fighter. But I would lean towards Devin, his experience and some of the things he's been through. I lean towards Devin.
Is it a mistake just moving up right away to face Devin? Not necessarily getting acclimated to the weight. Devin's a naturally bigger guy. Not by much.
Little bro bigger than big bro.
Bey highlighted the size difference, noting that Devin Haney is naturally bigger and that moving up in weight right away will be tough for Keyshawn Davis. He said a straight fight without weight limits would favor Haney. Stylistically, Keyshawn is praised for his timing, but Bey believes Haney's overall skill, experience, and ability to handle bigger opponents make him the favorite. While Keyshawn can trouble certain fighters, Haney's versatility, size, and defense would likely let him control the fight, making it hard for Keyshawn to win at this point in his career.
Shakur?
Yeah, he getting in the way of it. Because you see what they just was talking about it. Oh, you know, Shakur, what's up with Dev? Shakur, like, weight clause. You know what I'm saying? If I'm Dev, I ain't no weight clause. So you gotta fight me straight up. So then, little bro right here, he bigger than me. We all around the same size, but they probably are suited. They probably more so the same size. Shakur might be a tad smaller than Dev, like not smaller than him, but you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
They be like 10 pounds apart in person.
And like walk around with you.
Yeah, they be like that in person. Like that's how Salim is. He's smaller than a lot of people, but he's like fight weight wise, yeah, but like they just be a little bit bigger. I think Dev is probably a little bit bigger than Shakur. At the same time, if I'm Dev, I'm not taking no weight cut or none of that. Shakur, you gotta fight me straight up. Like I ain't trying that.
The analyst points out that Devin Haney is fully available, making a fight with Keyshawn Davis very realistic. Keyshawn impressed in his last fight by decisively defeating Jermaine Ortiz, a feat even fighters like Vasyl Lomachenko hadn't accomplished. This performance makes him a credible opponent, and the analyst urges promoters to set up the matchup. While Ryan Garcia is focused on his fight with Mario Barrios, Devin could face the winner later. However, the analyst notes that Ryan can be unpredictable, sometimes not taking training seriously or approaching fights consistently, comparing the situation to Julio Cesar Chavez Jr.
A1. This is A1 steak sauce. Reason being, as we know, Devin is not occupied. Devin is a free, like he's free to the runway is open. This fight can happen. Keyshawn got through his last challenge. Jermaine Ortiz did it in fashion, got the knockout. Nobody from Loma to Tio, none of them knocked out Jermaine Ortiz. Make this fight happen. Ryan is about to fight Barrios. If Devin did fight the winner of that, cool. If it is Ryan, a lot of people want the rematch. But I feel like Ryan is, this is my personal opinion, Ryan is super iffy. Super iffy. So you don't know what to expect with him.
Analyst stresses that a fight between Devin Haney and Keyshawn Davis should be a top priority because it's a clear, exciting matchup. He also highlights the value of seeing top young Black American fighters face each other. Fights with Black boxers in both corners are often overlooked compared to traditional rivalries like Mexico versus Puerto Rico. Such matchups, which showcase talent fairly, create thrilling competition and give fans meaningful fights, highlighting the skill, potential, and marketability of today's rising stars in boxing.
That can ideally happen at any time. Give me this.
I want you to pick on me. Tell Debo come this way.
Tell Debo come this way. I want you to pick on me.
What you talking about?
What you talking about with it?
You know what Craig did to him.
I mean, it don't get more clear and more vocal than that. And for me, I'm gonna be real. And some people, they might misconstrue this, but if you know, you know. I feel like a lot of these real good young Black American boxers, I want to see them fight some other young Black talent as well. Because when you have a Black fighter in the red corner and a Black fighter in the blue corner, this is...
An analyst recently shared his view on Keyshawn Davis and his confidence across multiple weight classes. Davis has stated that he sees himself as dominant from 140 to 147 pounds and has expressed interest in facing Jermaine Ortiz before moving fully into the welterweight division. The analyst noted that Davis has delivered strong performances at different levels, showing speed, timing, and technical skill that make him a serious contender.
Nobody can beat him from pretty much 40 to 47. And he says he wants to fight Jermaine Ortiz and then move up to welterweight, which would be perfect because, like I told you, I really am the best in this business. Like, everything I say is like clockwork, right? It's amazing to me. Sometimes I amaze myself. So what am I talking about? I literally just said welterweight is dry. It's a stale, stagnant, horrible division right now. Not too many ways to mix and match the guys. And then the guys you could mix and match are pretty much busy. The Ryans, the Barrioses, and the Rollies, as I mentioned at the beginning of the video. And I told you it's going to require, this is how it works in the sport of boxing. I know because I've been here.
Despite Keyshawn Davis's confidence, the analyst believes moving up in weight brings real challenges. Bigger, stronger opponents can be tough, and adjusting to a higher weight class needs careful planning and strategy. He emphasizes that while Davis's talented experience and tactical versatility are crucial when facing seasoned fighters in the upper divisions, the analyst also stresses the value of matchups that showcase emerging talent. When two young, skilled, and ambitious boxers meet, fans get to see true skill and adaptability in the ring. Ultimately, he sees Davis as a rising star with clear potential, but one who must handle weight transitions wisely to stay on track and continue proving himself against top-level competition.
Then, when people can't make 40 anymore, just like Jarambus Ennis couldn't make 47, and he moved up to 154, now 54 is cracking. They got 54 out here cracking. Tons of names where you can mix and match the Funduras, the Virgil Ortiz, Jermell Charlo, possibly Errol Spence, Murtazaev, Boots, right? You got tons of ways you can mix and match these people. 47 right now is dry, so it's gonna take Shakurs and the Keyshawns and Gary Antoine Russells or the El Rayos, you know, different Edwin De Los Santos, Matias, different guys to move up to start to purge and like fill out the division. Right now, it's not many options. Again, Devin versus Louis Crockpot is a terrible fight. and I don't know anyone that wants.
Roy Jones Jr. shared his thoughts on a potential fight between Devin Haney and Keyshawn Davis, focusing on timing, weight, and readiness. He said both fighters are highly talented, but moving between weight divisions brings challenges that could affect the outcome. Weight management is crucial, and Jones Jr. suggested a catch weight around 143 to 144 pounds to make the fight fair and competitive. He noted that Haney's experience and defensive skills give him an edge, while Davis's speed, timing, and technical ability make him dangerous and capable of creating opportunities. Stylistically, the matchup would test both boxers' adaptability, with Haney's calmness going up against Davis's precision and quickness. Jones Jr. concluded that while the fight will be exciting for fans, careful planning around weight and strategy will be essential to determine who can control the ring.
Norman, and for him to do that means that the weight was probably an issue. Now, if Keyshawn comes up, or if they even do a catch weight, a 143, 144, it's going to be a very interesting fight because I think Devin has more tools and more IQ right now, but Keyshawn is different. So when you got a guy that's different, and that's why I also said that he's not just back, he's different. You understand me? So when you got a guy that has that intangibleness about him, where he can be a different guy when it's time to be a different guy, you can never count him out. However, if I were pushing Keyshawn, I would have another fight or two before I fight Devin, just for experience purposes. And if I was Devin, I would try to jump on it right now before he gets those couple fights, because the more experience he gets, the harder he's going to become to beat.
Yeah, that's going to be a tough fight, you know, for Keyshawn Davis. And I think in many respects, Devin Haney too. You can't take Keyshawn Davis light. He can really fight. He's really like.
Mickey Bay offered a realistic take on a possible fight between Shakur Stevenson and Devin Haney, focusing on facts over hype. He highlighted that Haney's experience gives him a big advantage, especially in high-pressure situations. Bay noted that moving up in weight wouldn't be a major issue for Haney, as his skills and preparation allow him to adapt well. Confidence and composure are crucial, and Haney has already shown he can perform on big stages, something that can make a significant difference in a fight of this level.
So it's like maybe something that Devin can definitely go out up there with ease. Only need to deal with the size, but he's probably going to have the speed advantage because he's a smaller guy coming up. So, I mean, you tell me, do you feel like that's going to be harder than the Lomachenko fight?
No. I think Loma probably be his hardest top 2 or 3 fights in his whole career. I could predict that even going to the end, you know, to say, if Devin fight 8, 9, 10 more years, that'd be one of his top 2 or 3 hardest fights because the age that he fought him. Lone was at his very peak. He was at his peak. He was older. He was right there at his top.
Bay contrasted this with Shakur Stevenson, noting that while Stevenson is talented and technically skilled, the fight would challenge his adaptability against a naturally bigger, equally skilled opponent. He emphasized that at this level, strategy, preparation, and mental readiness often decide the outcome more than hype or public expectation. Bay believes both fighters have what it takes to make the matchup competitive, but Haney's experience and composure give him a slight edge. Ultimately, he framed the potential bout as a true test of skill and adaptability, stressing the importance of realistic analysis over excitement-driven speculation.
So, no, it won't be as hard as that. But size-wise, yeah, I mean, that's a big factor because we saying the dude that was just lightweight a couple years ago. But, you know, Dad wanted to be great. That's just something that's in him. It's only a few dudes like that in boxing right now that really want to do that kind of stuff. So, I mean, he got my blessing in making the fight. Like, Bill did ask me about it maybe a few weeks ago. I don't know how much further it got, but he did ask me what I thought. Like, you know, I'm like, easy work.
Pretty much you can see he's willing to fight anybody. Like, he doesn't really care who he fights.
He'd fight now, too. It ain't no, like, we ain't doing no weight class or none of that. Like, now.
That wraps up today's video.